Go for it. Yep. And welcome live to Coach's Corner NYC tonight on what is a gorgeous Saturday night with temperatures still nearing 80 degrees on October 28th. Here from the EPSL, the Eastern Premier Soccer League Metropolitan Conference matchup. KidSuper Samba AC at 4 wins, 2 losses, no draws, taking on Manhattan Celtic off to a tough start. Second half of the regular season schedule gets going tonight. Celtic second from the bottom on the table. 1 win, 4 losses, and a draw. KidSuper Samba in the black on black. And for Manhattan Celtic, familiar white with green trim as we are underway. With Hadi Aziz, our center referee, and Ralph Binarchik joining you tonight on Coach's Corner NYC. For KidSuper Samba, 19 goals scored, just 8 allowed. And this has been brewing since the offseason. Several players that have been together 5-6 years finally wanted to see some fruits of their labor. They put in extra time to try to get into terrific shape, and so far it has paid off. Go through the starters. And just a moment with KidSuper Samba with an extended opening possession. For Caetano Sanchez, who is dressed as a player today. And Caetano's lineup will look like this out of a 4-2-3-1 as a long diagonal. And it'll be a toss-in coming up in the offensive end. In goal, Rashawn Best. And in front of him in the 4-2-3-1, the left back, Ibrahim Abba. With center back, Rakshel Antwi. And Muntaha Kali, formerly of a pro player in Nisa with New Amsterdam. The right back, Mustafa Sila, who is a left-footed right back due to a need and a shortage at that spot tonight for Caetano Sanchez with technical director William Caverly. A good job dispossessing for Manhattan Celtic as they'll drive it out closer to midfield where they look for a check back and to try to advance. Celtic searches for a switch and they'll be able to get the ball out wide, and here comes a potential cross. Best coming out, well defended, and the clearance for KidSuper Samba. Rest of the starters with Ibrahim Abba as the left back. Center attacking mid, Kadim Cham. With the right midfielder up the field in El Hadj Diallo. Holding mid, Mamadou Baldi. Left mid, Mamadou Ba. And another holding mid, Abdul Karim Ba. None of the Bas are related to one another, a very common name in West Africa. And the center forward is Rijan Harrison, who leads the team with 5 goals and an assist so far through the first half of the season. And for Alex Ruiz and the head coach of Manhattan Celtic, they have just been a bit unlucky. Just 8 goals scored, 11 allowed to this point, including taking a heartbreaking loss at the hands of EPSL perennial power and usual U.S. Open Cup qualifier in Lansdowne Yonkers. 2 Sundays ago on the 8th, they were tied at 1 and were up a man after a Lansdowne red card, and they gave up a goal late in the second half in that one, a lost 2-1. Otherwise, the Manhattan Celtic season, you flip that result around, and I think you'd feel a lot better about things for assistant Sean Doran and head coach Alex Ruiz. And the Celtic lineup as they play out of a 5-4-1 alignment, or you could call it a 3-5-2. A nice switch from Mamadou Baldi, 52 in black. The right back, Mustafa Sila. Antwi looked for a long diagonal. Celtic with a breakup in the middle of the field. Lineup for Celtic. Matthias Rotella will be the left center back. Right center back, James Turpak. Centralmost center back, Connor Coleman. Then the furthest right back is Elson Palumbi. furthest left back, Daniel Kermy. Then further up the field, Cesar Butrago is the holding mid, with Juan Gonzalez as a center attacking mid. Attacking right mid, Nicholas Makri Badasic. And left attacking mid, Spencer Rivera. And the lone striker, Marco Charnas, who leads the team with 4 goals and an assist for Manhattan Celtic. Referee does not blow the whistle. And Celtic will look for the connecting in the middle of the field, and now we get the whistle from Hadi Aziz. Just underway tonight with no score on what is a very pleasant evening. Into the 6th minute of play with no score. And a delivery over the head of the left back, in that case in Matthias Rotella, before to be dealt back to David Goodstein. Not to forget about the goalies, the keeper, Goodstein in goal for Manhattan Celtic. Rashawn Best on the other side for KidSuper Samba. KidSuper Samba, made up of players traditionally from West Africa. This team has 4 from the island of Jamaica. Gambia, Ghana, Senegal is represented the bunch, Guinea. All typically come through the program through KidSuper Samba AC. Antwi with the ball win. Push from Kadeem Cham, 25 in black. As Celtic makes the connection, Juan Gonzalez trying to toe it out wide and connect with his midfielder. Yeah, KidSuper here with Ibrahim Abba. So far, KidSuper, the definite advantage in terms of possession. Not much to show for it in terms of a shot, as a good ball laid ahead, and then the collision as the chip attempted by Rajan Harrison. Harrison came together with Goodstein, and Rajan Harrison is shaken up. Harrison still shaken up, got a shot off that David Goodstein had to turn aside, and now the whistle blows, and Harrison, who has had a great start to his season, is still down. He took the brunt of it after Goodstein made the ricocheted shot, making the save right in close quarters. Goodstein making contact with the leg of Harrison. So we get the stoppage here into the 9th minute of play, no score, and immediately referee Aziz and Hadi Aziz is calling over the trainer, and Harrison now, in a good sign, is able to at least sit up a bit as Caetano Sanchez comes out, his head coach, who is dressed an active player in the active 18 tonight due to short numbers. And there is a trainer on site, so Harrison is being looked at. It was a terrific ball that freed up Rajan Harrison, but well read by David Goodstein to immediately come off of his line. If Goodstein hesitates, Harrison probably would be able to chip in that case. So as we get the stoppage, Harrison is able to get to his feet, and it appears that he will not even ask to be subbed out. He appears to be favoring his left hip as he walks over to the sideline, and we'll see if he will just re-enter in a moment. So the game's first scoring chance, and Goodstein keeps a 0. So as we return to live action on Coach's Corner NYC, with no score, KidSuper Samba trying to keep their great flow going. Cham as Harrison has trotted back onto the field. Ball was settled by 38, the holding mid, Abdul Karim Ba. Cham moves it along. And then Cham with too much traffic. And Celtic to try to advance. And Celtic with a very nice check back as they played through Marco Charnas, their center forward. Well, as Harrison remained in now, Rajan Harrison still well back behind the play, still trying to walk off what's ailing him, and that's why you just saw the referee Hadi Aziz check back with Harrison, and he confirms it's more of a hip issue or a leg issue rather than any head injury, and that's what Hadi Aziz is most concerned with. A turnover in the middle of the field, and KidSuper Samba settle it to the feet of Ibrahim Ba. Abdul Karim Ba. Cham. Cham over to his right. Antwi. Ibrahim Ba. KidSuper Samba has certainly opened up this match and playing a tempo that appears to be very comfortable to them. Mustafa Sila, the right back, as he looked to go over the top to try to play out El Haj Diallo. Harrison now searches for a cross. Mamadou Ba trying to run onto it, number 8 in black. And it's headed out, and it'll be the first corner of the night for either side. And it's KidSuper Samba. They'll play it short. This ball whipped across, and Celtic was prepared for it. As the ball is driven ahead, here's an opportunity as Best will remain in. This ball darted across and had to be blocked down and out. Dangerous chance there. Muntaha Kali had to be very clear with where he was redirecting that ball. And a good run from the right mid in Nick Makri Batisic. Batisic was able to get wide and stop and still keep possession. So here's the first corner immediately for Celtic. Celtic in the 11th minute. This one comes across, still loose, could not be tapped in. And that has been Celtic's season, a microcosm of it, a nutshell. They have been so unlucky. The coaching staff between Alex Ruiz and Sean Doran have intimated all year. And Elson Palumbi had a chance at a tap-in, and he banged it right off of a Kid Samba player. Jet, that may have been 6 Spencer Rivera, with the jerseys tough to tell, of Celtic. So Celtic right away has their first scoring chance. Ba, as Ba cannot find Mamadou Ba. And a takeover from Celtic in center back Connor Coleman. So they'll play through Goodstein. As Goodstein redirects traffic well, but he'll look to play more direct as he searched for Marco Charnas. And as Celtic is able to spread the field, searching for a cross, and they'll come up with their second corner. So Celtic has woken up here after being on their heels to start the match. Started with the Nick Makri Batisic long counter after the KidSuper Samba first corner of the day. this volley, and that'll be sent wide with no touch, says our center referee. So that volley off the foot of Makri Badicic. And Best will decide to play it short. Let's see if the high press of Celtic, everybody is across midfield in a white and green uniform. Ibrahim Abba. Charnas very high up the field. So at the top, Palumbi at right mid, particularly pushing very high up, deep into the 18 of KidSuper Samba. And look how high up the number 9, the center forward, and Charnas gets. So Best becomes an outlet. No score tonight in the Metropolitan Conference of the Eastern Premier Soccer League. Ralph Bednarczyk with you, bringing you EPSL action on a beautiful night at Randall's Island. We're at Field 10, next to the hallowed Icon Stadium, the home of outdoor track in New York City. Randall's Island, the unquestioned home of amateur soccer in New York City. Battle for the second ball. Baldi was eventually able to win it. Cham, the center mid, takes the rocket shot and missed. Great acceleration at the last moment from Kadeem Cham, not just to be able to get onto that ball, but eventually have enough power and balance in his game to take a good shot. Wide of David Goodstein. This time the pressure of KidSuper as they win the ball back. And the late challenge here on Mamadou Baldi. Quick restart for Celtic. Celtic try to find some luck tonight and get a goal. Edison Palumbi. As Palumbi steered it forward. And KidSuper from their center back, Rochelle Antwi, calmly is able to clear it out. KidSuper, then they turn it over, and the late whistle. Very late challenge by Celtic. And Hadi Aziz is going to issue the warning here. And that's what will occur when you press so high up the field, because you're trying to close out on your pressure, and inevitably you'll have late challenges like that. So the stern warning was given after the foul was issued. And a delivery chipped over the top. Coleman handled the first ball for Celtic. In the air was Charnas. He could not bring it in. Oh, the long direct ball. Harrison feeling better now after his earlier knock. Harrison will make the connection. Mamadou Ba. Mamadou Ba searches for a switch and almost threaded the needle with that pass. But Celtic turns over the very next ball. And they'll have to chase some more, just after some good work by Nick Makri Badicic. A back five for Celtic, a 5-4-1 alignment for Coach Alex Ruiz, and that ball is past Harrison, but it was touched by Celtic, so we'll have a corner. Second one of this first half for KidSuper Samba. KidSuper in fourth place, 12 points. First place Lansdowne Yonkers, so they have a chance to jump over them. Have to check out to see what other results were today. But KidSuper, to the first half of the schedule, has positioned themselves that they could be a challenger to perennial power Lansdowne Yonkers. Good left feet in swinger by Mamadou Ba. Ba pursues the second ball, but Celtic is able to sprint down. They had Charnas ahead, and KidSuper will break up that counter, and perhaps a professional foul taken by Kadeem Cham. And the Celtic player that was shaken up. And that looks like that's number 8. That's Juan Gonzalez that is shaken up. Gonzo's still looking for his first point of the season. And Gonzalez, because the clock was stopped, has to exit. Clock at 21 minutes unofficially here, first half, no score. And Gonzalez is getting set to trot right back onto the field. This is a 4 official crew tonight. There is a 4th official on the far side. And Gonzalez does indeed track back on. KidSuper had an early scoring chance from their striker, Rajan Harrison. Before he was involved in a collision with David Goodstein, he was able to get a shot off just as Goodstein was coming out to the top of the area. And basically a shot within 2 yards of Goodstein. Goodstein turned away. And then a scoring chance from Manhattan Celtic soon after. From the 6, where a chance through, could not get through bodies. And that's why we remain scoreless. And another foul against KidSuper Samba. So as Coleman lays it down, they look ahead for Palumbi. Palumbi was able to play it out wide. Edison Palumbi trying to accelerate through, getting the shot off, and Best will make the save. Best momentum, though, took him out of bounds, and it'll be the 3rd corner for Celtic. Well, Palumbi showing a very nice left foot, able to accelerate. And Best showing very good hands to grab that ball and not take any chances. Celtic plays it short. And the whistle had not blown yet, as Hadi Aziz is again trying to play politician here and separate everybody. So with no score, 23rd minute. And an outswinger that Best came out for, but it's last touched by Manhattan Celtic. Best looks for Harrison quickly as Coleman lays it down. Gonzalez delivering a nice through ball. Play is onside. Numbers in the box for Celtic. Celtic then looked for the trail player, and they could not connect with the left back. As Celtic attacks the end line briefly. Now they search for a cross, and that is headed down. Headed down by Rochelle Antwi, the center back. And possession for KidSuper Samba. Ba, Mamadou Ba. Harrison has a striker checked back, and it is spun out of play by Celtic. No score, 24th minute. KidSuper Samba and Manhattan Celtic. Abdul Karim Ba. Ibrahima Ba. Releases for Antwi. Antwi with his right back, Mustafa Sila. Antwi. That ball broken up by Gonzalez. Chance to transition for Cham. And then Cham just got the ball caught up in his feet. Transition opportunity for Celtic. And a nice break up there. Muntaha Kali. And Kali playing in the 3rd division of United States soccer a couple of years ago with Nisa, New Amsterdam, before that club folded. Played in the same conference, Nisa, as Detroit City, who is now in USL Championship, 2nd division soccer. And the New York Cosmos, the famed New York Cosmos, that closed up shop, unfortunately, and are held up in a lawsuit with the old NASL. And the Cosmos have not played a game in 3 years. Harrison just losing the touch, and it'll be Celtic ball. And Muntaha Kali was a starting center back and a guy that rostered a number of times for New Amsterdam. And we'll get the late whistle, and on the challenge, that'll be a foul on KidSuper. Charnas is able to check back. Nearly made a nice connection with Daniel Kermy. Kermy heavy on the first touch. Out of the range of Makri Batisic. And KidSuper will have possession. They've had the better of possession. They've looked to go direct just a couple of times just to keep Celtic honest. There is Gonzalez. As Celtic has the offside flag up. Makri Batisic, and cannot corral that touch. Ba, a would-be tackle. Rajan Harrison checks back. Harrison releasing forward, and there's Coleman in the air. A clean head ball. Good work from center back Connor Coleman, commanding the middle for Celtics 3-5-2, or depending on your view, a 5-4-1 that they're playing. Matthias Rotella, the left back for Goodstein. Rotella. And good work by Celtic to switch points. Off a deep switch, James Turpak. Look for Charnas over the top. And we'll get the offside flag up on the direct ball for El Hadj Diallo of KidSuper Samba. That left mid way wide there, Spencer Rivera. As they look for Rivera, that was Rotella that stepped up to keep possession. And back for Matthias Rotella. Turpak exchanges with Connor Coleman. And Celtic slowing down the tempo in the 29th minute, no score. After the long connection for Charnas. Still a calm night tonight at Randall's Island. Usually the wind is howling here this time of the year. It's probably restarting tomorrow with the weather expected to be poor. Fortunately, we are here tonight on Coach's Corner NYC, and it is beautiful. Ralph Bednarczyk with you, bringing you EPSL action tonight from the Metropolitan Conference. KidSuper Samba in 4th place, 2 points behind Lansdowne Yonkers. Manhattan Celtic just 4 points. Second from the bottom, their lone win is against Vistula Garfield in their season opener. They've lost their last 2, including that heartbreaking fashion goal while up a man to Lansdowne Yonkers, and their lone draw was against Doxa FCW. Cham tried to play his midfielder forward. Turpak, and Turpak almost lost it to Mamadou Ba. Daniel Kermy. Kermy picks out a pretty good ball. Best stayed on his line. And good movement off ball by Celtic, and they'll come up with their 4th corner. So Daniel Kermy will take this ball, and it'll be a left-footed in-swinger for him. As we come up through 32 minutes played, first half. This time it won't be short. That's what Celtic did the last time. Kermy, as he drives it back post, good ball. Celtic re-enters the second ball, head ball, fantastic save by Rashawn Best. Best able to rob Celtic of a goal. A 32nd minute save by Rashawn Best, as good as it gets at this level and beyond. We'll get a yellow card now against KidSuper Samba. And it'll be a quality restart now for Celtic. And the yellow card on Mustafa Sila, the right back. Looks to be Juan Gonzalez. Restart for Celtic. And this time, getting the job done in the air, Rochelle Antwi for KidSuper Samba. We remain scoreless, but that is due to the skill of the keeper of KidSuper Samba, making one of the most dazzling saves you'll see in Rashawn Best. And now a card is issued by Hadi Aziz, our official. A second card is out to KidSuper Samba for dissent. On the holding him in, Mamadou Baldi. Cali, as he drives it long. And Celtic able to swarm well defensively. Celtic has certainly settled in after being on their heels the opening 5 minutes. They survived a Rajan Harrison scoring chance with Goodstein coming off of his line. Very quickly, if he had hesitated, Harrison might have been able to chip him. That kept Celtic in the game, and they have built up ever since until they were robbed by Rashawn Best on the other end. Coleman, little pressure. And Bao with a very nice layoff. KidSuper with Cham, and Cham from distance, not much on it, from Kadeem Cham. 2 goals and an assist this year. Goodstein quickly distributes for Rotella. Turpak, great width there for the right back. Nearly a clean takeaway as Coleman chases, but Goodstein will get to it. And Kadeem Cham was able to smell the next pass. Goodstein quickly distributing. And Rotella, and they'll start it again. Goodstein will go further up the field. And connecting with his left midfielder in Spencer Rivera. Over the top. With a good ball for Cesar Butrago, and Butrago, ball is out. It'll be a goal kick to KidSuper Samba. "36th minute tonight. First half, no score. The theme for Manhattan Celtic has been that they have been unlucky, and that theme has continued tonight. 2 high-quality scoring chances, 1 great save by Best. They look for Harrison. He's able to get the first touch. Turpak. And a nice capture from Nick Makri-Batasic. Makri-Batasic with Kermi making the run. Kermi had stopped. Kermi chases, and it's dealt back to Best. Then that ball by Best in a clearance, almost a devastating disaster. Marco Charnas knocked it down with the first touch, while Best was well out of goal. Celtic continues to bend but not break defensively and appear like they're inching closer towards the game's first goal. And that is a shot that only catches side netting. Shot there from Elson Palumbi. Harrison took an obvious push. So a midfield restart for KidSuper. Cali decided to go back to best. Mamadou Ba, as they look for the direct ball over the top. Trying to get onto it was Diallo, El Hadj Diallo, and it's off of Diallo for a goal kick. Just not enough air under it for Diallo to get onto. Good thought, though, from Mamadou Ba to deliver about a 40-yard ball. There's 3, Ibrahima Ba. Ibrahima for Harrison. Baldi. Muntaha Kali. Coleman again, winning an important head ball. Yeah, KidSuper and the Swarm, they commit the foul. Yeah, KidSuper's got to keep their heads with them. They have already taken a pair of yellows. As we'll get into minute number 40 of this first half. As they try the long diagonal for Makri Badisic. Handled well by Antwi. Space for Baldi. KidSuper in recent years was just kind of tired of not having great success. And they went out and decided, let's be disciplined, let's be on time to practice. They just wanted to get more serious about their organization, and that is reflected so far in their results. As we get the foul called. And we do have a yellow that is being shown to Celtic. So for the late challenge, and that's Juan Gonzalez that takes the yellow. Celtic is missing a couple of players tonight that normally would be in their lineup due to suspensions. Mau Fornerino with an assist. He's suspended. Giovanni Morales, who's here watching, a goal and an assist as well. So they're not at total full strength. And a shot on the move is deflected. El Hadj Diallo right down the middle, and one of the Celtic players paid the price. 41st minute, no score. Kermy able to check back, and a hard but late challenge by Rochelle Antwi. And Kermy is able to get to his feet. So Turpak will restart short for Matthias Rotella. Rotella, Spencer Rivera wide. And Rivera dispossessed Muntaha Kali. This game has had waves. KidSuper searching for the final wave to result in a goal. And both teams have been disciplined enough to not give up the killer restart. Kali again blasts out off the body of Spencer Rivera of Manhattan Celtic. Randall's Island, Field 10 is the scene. Game time temperatures were in the high 70s and remaining that way. Mamadou Ba. Harrison. Rotella slows him down. Harrison now looks to get to the end line. For Ba, and Ba got the shot off well over, but there was a touch, and there will be a corner for KidSuper. Third corner of the half for KidSuper Samba. Service in, a good ball. No one, though, getting to the end of that. Abdul Karim Ba with a terrific ball. Follow-up shot is blocked. And a chance for the second ball that KidSuper will let go out. Abdul Karim Ba. What a nice ball that was, right-footed in-swinger. Kali. Coleman, an uncontested header. Makri Batisic. As Turpak searches for an answer. And Goodstein calls off the defense, and it allows Celtic to exhale. So KidSuper has built up some momentum. Matthias Rotella. And that is all for the first half. 45 minutes complete. No score. Manhattan Celtic, they continue to be unlucky. Major save made in the 32nd minute by KidSuper Samba keeper Rashawn Best has kept us scoreless. Corner kicks at the half. 4-3 Manhattan Celtic. Celtic trying to snap a 5-match winless streak. They've lost their last 2, and they're looking for a turnaround game to try to climb up the standings. But we are scoreless at halftime. From Randall's Island, we'll be back in 15 minutes on Coach's Corner NYC. And welcome back for the start of the second half. Tonight, beautiful night at Randall's Island, field number 10. Ralph Bednarczyk with you, bringing you EPSL soccer. In fourth place, KidSuper Samba, and 11th place, second from the bottom, Manhattan Celtic are scoreless with the second half underway. An unlucky first half is probably the biggest theme, you could say, for Manhattan Celtic. KidSuper Samba had one very good scoring chance from their striker in Rajan Harrison that was saved by David Goodstein. After that, Celtic was able to bend but not break. The corners are 4-3 at halftime, with KidSuper Samba moving left to right from our vantage point tonight on Coach's Corner NYC. Temperatures have dipped down to now the mid-70s, but still for late October on the water. And under the RFK Bridge, it is simply fantastic weather for these teams. Charnas, good ball for Kermy. Kermy will get to it. Daniel Kermy, save made by Best. Terrific ball to play him in, delivered by Marco Charnas. And Celtic starts off on a great foot in the second half. The angle was pretty decent for Kermy to take it on. Kermy tried to go wide, just did not get it wide enough, but nevertheless, Rashawn Best still able to come up with a quality save. It wasn't directly at him. Celtic will bring on Freddie Atamenge. Looks like Atamenge has come into play wide left midfield. And for KidSuper Samba, if you're head coach Caetano Sanchez, technical director William Caverly, I think you're happy with the way you're able to move the ball with some patience. They looked for the killer through ball. When it wasn't there, they went direct. Only really one kind of defensive third turnover to speak of. Otherwise, I think it's an okay half for KidSuper Samba. As a foul against Celtic here in a bad spot. But I think for KidSuper, they were never able to get their outside backs deep enough consistently. And then your press of Celtic only turned over Celtic perhaps just one time. Cham from the top of the area, shot the flex, and Goodstein will prevent a corner. And also give major credit to Manhattan Celtic. That's about the fourth blocked shot today for Alex Ruiz's team. And that is the part that doesn't get much glory in EPSL soccer. People think about scoring goals, but that's truly great grind. Charnas was able to, with a nice reception, then dispossessed by Muntaha Kali. Cham playing a nice ball for Rajan Harrison. Harrison will get to it. Harrison back to his right foot, striking off target. Harrison had real options there, and when he reviews the film, he will have to apologize, I think, to El Hadj Diallo. Diallo was working hard, making a run on his right. If Harrison releases Diallo, and Diallo was going to be in onside. Charnas, as he holds up well against Antwi. And then Charnas is down in a heap. Play will continue. KidSuper Samba on the attack, and they look for Diallo. Diallo got a touch, a save made by Goodstein. And Diallo again timing up his run well to stay onside. Referee Hadi Aziz will check on the Celtic player in Marco Charnas, who's trying to shake off an ankle. Harrison, the target forward as the outswinger. And as it is played out, Celtic will commit the foul. And in an area that they really didn't need to foul. The ball was already well beyond kind of in a scoring area. So this creates offense for KidSuper Samba. So Celtic has found themselves to see a bit of undisciplined play in the last moments. 51st minute, second half, no score. Ball carries through, Diallo, and El Hadj Diallo shanked it. He has been, so far, a magnet for the ball, or in pretty good spots to do something with. And that's the right play. He tried to side volley with the left foot rather than bring it down and shoot on the second touch. And great service also delivered by KidSuper Samba. As Turpak looks for Charnas high. Kali. That's a good diagonal ball from the center back. And Diallo with a nice back heel. Before Rotella, then she settles it. Charnas. And he again nearly was able to sprint forward. His teammate Daniel Kermy. It'll be Celtic on the throw. And now a third yellow has been assessed now to KidSuper Samba, who are frustrated with the call and trying to see who that was. And that's Muntaha Kali that will take the yellow. And the touch will go out, and here comes a corner for Celtic. Fifth of the night. And an outswinger that's going to be delivered. And they'll do it again. Kermy this time plays it short. They look back post, and Best had the far post well covered. KidSuper will try to play it long and perhaps sprint down Harrison down the middle. Gonzalez is able to win the ball. Kermy settled for Butrago, the holding mid. Recycled wide. Makri Barisic. Nick Makri Barisic looked for a 1-2 from his teammate. And Celtic will show good patience. Atamenge. And Turpak is only able to play it into some open space. Cham. Diallo chased. Diallo. Rotella with a clean touch inside the 6. And Matthias Rotella is able to make a long run and possess before dropping it back. Good work. Kermi. Makri Badasic, good ball. Nick Makri Badasic, he'll get there to the end line. And it'll be a corner. Good interplay. Kermi able to play Makri Badasic in stride. 3 early corners in the second half for Celtic. Daniel Kermi will have service. And the good work from Butrago to win the ball, going all the way back to Goldstein. Cesar Butrago. Butrago, this time into tight quarters. Coleman on the cleanup. Search for Marco Charnas. Steered back to Rashawn Best. Gonzalez with the takeaway. Kermi gets there, gets a shot off that Best snatches up. Well, Rashawn Best's hands have impressed me tonight. A point-blank save on a head ball in the first half, 32nd minute. Even on the ball, an earlier shot in the first half that was going off target, but he snatched it cleanly. There's Makri Badasic on the interception. And then that one, even in tight quarters, where there's no rebound. And Makri Badasic will be called for the foul. And we'll get substitutions. Though someone just ran on, could not tell if it was actually a sub or actually a re-entry after sitting out maybe with an injury. Butrago, of course, has been in the match as this chance deflects, and Goodstein has a clean handle. Makri Badasic, Cesar Butrago. And that'll be an inadvertent handball against KidSuper Samba. Atamenge. Good work from Diallo. Cham. Diallo continues the run. He's in stride. Played it back across. El Halaj Diallo to the feet of Harrison. Top of the area. Harrison worked his way through to the feet up top, and the shot blocked. In position to shoot, Mamadou Ba. And the recovery and the scramble well from Celtic. And Celtic will get the clearance. Kermi. As we have a stoppage and we have players down on this end of the field, one from each side. There's also a KidSuper Samba player down to the top portion of your picture. David Goodstein trying to comfort his teammate. The KidSuper Samba player is at least up and sitting. And the KidSuper Samba player is now to his feet, and so is the Celtic player. Meanwhile, as we work our way towards 65 minutes of action, and KidSuper Samba looks like they're going to take this occasion to go to the bench. It's not a deep bench at all tonight for Caetano Sanchez. And he brings in Mohamed Njai for the first time, number 6. KidSuper Samba able to get the turnover. Diallo to the feet of Ba. Atamenge. Slowed up. Kadim Cham. And delivery for Mamadou Ba. The return from Mamadou. Mohamed Njai. He got the touch, remained in the field of play. And as a cross attempts to be whipped in, it's well short of Goodstein. Rotella, look at how high up the field KidSuper Samba is. And the late challenge. And the whistle against KidSuper Samba. Turpak. Charnos, good fought there for Kermi. And Daniel Kermi could not get there. Really liked what I've seen from Marco Charnos tonight in terms of check back play and his field awareness. '65th minute here with no score. Had about a 2-minute stoppage for an injury, so it should be some added time. Kali. Harrison was held up well. Good work there by James Turpak. Baldi and Kali. Mohamed Njai dispossessed. And also Celtic has gone to the bench. Number 11, Gabriel Goretta, coming in for the first time. As Ba is able to attack. And this ball gets side netting. Well, after a long pause by our center referee, it will be a corner for KidSuper Samba, their first of the second half. Fourth of the night, Celtic has 7. This ball to the near post, and Celtic takes care of it. And here comes number 5. It'll be played short to Njai. Njai then whips the ball in. Chested by Baldi. Baldi is able to win it, get the return. Baldi then trying to draw the foul, and he got it. An unfortunate break there for Manhattan Celtic, when you know is Mamadou Baldi was trying to draw a call and gets it. And also into the game, Tajay Dennis, number 19. So Dennis also making an appearance here early second half for KidSuper Samba. The restart by Rajan Harrison, but players having to be separated. KidSuper Samba already with 3 yellows in the night, 1 on Celtic. And Hadi Aziz separating everybody and making sure that there's enough time that passes for tempers to cool down. Being a center referee, it's a thankless position, especially at this level. Tons of yellow cards. Harrison. Ball delivered. Atamenge is able to win the head ball for Celtic. Atamenge is able to separate from Baldi. Then Garetta tried to find a switch. Harrison and Turpak At least prevents Harrison from accelerating. Now Rajon Harrison is on it. Harrison searched for a ball that Rotella swept forward. Atamenge trying to work through Tajay Dennis, and that'll be a foul against Dennis. Coleman is able to pick out Makri Batasic beautifully. Nicholas Makri Batasic, ball wide, runner in the box, a shot, it's deflected, Charnas has it! What a ball delivered, Marco Charnas on the final touch. Connor Coleman started it with a fantastic diagonal cross. 1-0 Manhattan Celtic, a goal that has been minutes in the making. 72nd minute goal for Celtic. Marco Charnas with his team leading 5th of the season. And what a delivery he got from his teammate wide. And the run by Makri Batasic also was fantastic to create there. A true team goal for Manhattan Celtic. And we'll get a foul against KidSuper Samba. Celtic looking for a breakthrough game. They're winless in their last 5. Won their season opener against the current last place team in Vistula Garfield. Have been unlucky ever since. Talking to the coaching staff, that's been the great situation. 8 goals scored, 15 allowed. They have the fewest goals scored in the 12-team EPSL Metropolitan Conference. Atamenge is able to win it back. Rotella trying to pick out Marco Charnas. Charnas against Muntaha Kali. Kermi. Good ball in for Atamenge. Atamenge had to be bothered by Kadeem Cham. KidSuper Samba try to accelerate. And Diallo has been very good in the second half. As he laid it forward for Mohamed Njai, and it'll be a deep throw coming for KidSuper Samba. Celtic is going to make a sub at wide mid. That's going to be all for Nicholas Makri Batasic. So Alex Ruiz, they're trying to get some fresh legs out there. Do what he can do to preserve the rest of this one. Unofficially 74th minute, there should be some added time after we had a long injury delay. Baldi. Ba is able to come up the far sideline. Volley to the top of the area, but only Celtic jerseys here. And Celtic doing very well in tracking back. They realize the opportunity in front of them, that they are about 16 minutes away from finishing off. And that is a victory against a quality team. They had Diallo making the run down the middle, nearly a costly poor touch before a final clearance for Celtic. And now we'll have a card against Celtic. And the sub with the pink cleats that just came in. And that could be John Barrett, who just came in as a sub for Celtic. Cham trying to draw the foul, and he gets it. So this would be a good restart for KidSuper Samba. Kadeem Cham's acceleration in the middle of the field to that area has been a difference maker. You can see why he is a center mid at this level. So KidSuper Samba will line up. In the 76th minute, trailing 1-0. A 72nd minute goal by Marco Charnas of Manhattan Celtic is the difference. El Hadj Diallo drives it, and it skips into Goodstein. Pretty good strike. He got it up over the wall. He was able to challenge the corners a little bit. Goodstein might have been in trouble.
Shut the fuck up, nigga.
Kali looked for the long diagonal. And Turpak. Oh, check that rather. Not Turpak, but nevertheless who that was for Celtic. Good head ball right to Goodstein. Transition chance for KidSuper Samba. Rajan Harrison will have the deep throw. Celtic has put the clamps on KidSuper Samba this second half. They have not given up anything, even a B quality chance. Cham just bounces off of the closeout player who is down for the Celtic. Kermie plays it out for a corner, as Cesar Buitrago is the one shake it up. Sixth corner for KidSuper Samba. Celtic is going to have a sub. That'll be all, I think, for Marco Charnas in the night. So Charnas exits, and we'll see what kind of formation. KidSuper decided to play it short, but hold on, there is still some extracurricular in the 6. And Hadi Aziz is doing the best he can here to keep the temperature under control. And the argument continues here. The early pushing and shoving that you'll typically see ahead of corner kicks. And Hadi Aziz has warned everybody. He's already given out 4 yellow cards tonight. That's par for the course in the EPSL. Looking to the back door, but the head ball is won by the substitute from Celtic. Ba to the backside, Harrison. Harrison played it to the area. Kali was still deep, the center back. Up the line, Sila. Sila got it to the feet of Njai. A cross comes in. Goodstein is able to eat it up. Celtic survives at long possession. Atamenge, looks like now he has moved into center forward with Charnas off the field, and Kali, he will sweep it out, but it's going to be a corner. Muntaha Kali, I think, thought it would be off of Celtic, and this will give Celtic a chance to burn some more clock, their 8th corner. So we work our way unofficially to the 82nd minute by my clock. Daniel Kermey will have an outswinger. Kermey looked backside, head ball from KidSuper Samba. Cesar Buitrago pops it to the 6. And KidSuper able to release, chance to run. Delivery here for Tajay Dennis. Popped a good ball in, and Harrison sails it. Nice little ball delivered by Tajay Dennis just to pop it, saucer it 15 yards. And Harrison, his abilities, it's not a bad strike for him. Diallo intercepted there. Matthias Rotella. Atamenge was expecting, I think, a little bit of a 1-2. Harrison will get to that ball before it goes out. Rajan Harrison will leave at the top of the area. Mamadou Ba, and Ba is taken down. And Celtic commits another bad foul. Ba was not really in any shooting position, and this will be a quality restart. Well, the last one that Goodstein made the save on, it was a pretty good strike from El Hadj Diallo. And this should be well in Diallo's shooting range, if not Rajan Harrison of KidSuper Samba. The strike comes. Goodstein makes the save. Rajan Harrison the shot. Goodstein able to punch. Corner is played short. Ba. And Ba will shank it. Mamadou Ba, I think, was looking for service to the backside on a head ball, and it sailed on him. Should be in the 86th minute. 1-0 Manhattan Celtic. Trying to snap a 5-match winless streak and try to pick up their second win of the season against a team that is in 4th place in KidSuper Samba. Next Sunday, they'll take on Hoboken FC, who's 1-2-3 at the moment. Atamenge will break up transition. As Kermie quickly tosses in. Conley will break it up. Baldy. Tajay Dennis. Now Diallo. Diallo has Dennis making the run. Diallo got to the top of the area. It'll come out here to Mamadou Baldy. Then this strike that Goodstein is able to come up with the save on Mamadou Ba. Two big saves here late in the final moments by David Goodstein. Ahead, Freddie Atamenge. Atamenge chases, and Best will slide and grab. As Njai was dispossessed, Atamenge drops it back. Njai was still in an offside position, did not get back in the play. So that's a break for Manhattan Celtic. Unofficially, 87th minute. Center referee and Hadi Aziz has the official time. Goodstein will try to put it to the corner. He'll be short of it, though. And it'll come right back to Baldy. Cham. KidSuper. And across, Kermie is able to do his job defensively. KidSuper Samba lost last time out 1-0 to Lansdowne Yonkers FC, who's in first place. That snapped a 3-game losing streak. Their other loss, the New York Pan-Cyprian Freedoms, who are in third place. Diallo. Ba. Mamadou Ba. It'll be a deep throw for KidSuper Samba. 88th minute. Cham touches along the second ball for Njai. Njai then trying to force his way through. Jammed forward. Kali with a lot of congestion. Dennis trying to seal his man. Tajay Dennis. Diallo. Baldi, no shooting lane. Out wide to the left back, Ibrahim Ba. Ba delivers in the air for Diallo. Head ball from Coleman. Volley is over the top. Muntaha Kali with great skill. Again, a third division former ex-pro center back was able to bring that ball down and in one motion did not miss by much. We should be in the 90th minute. Unofficially, Manhattan Celtic moments away. Njai. End line ball for Diallo. And it'll be a corner kick. At first, Hadi Aziz had pointed to a goal kick. Perhaps the final corner. KidSuper Samba gets everybody forward, including their goalie Rashawn Best, that runs into your picture now to try to outnumber Celtic. 90th minute. Now a whistle and Best is going to be called for the foul. Best was trying to draw a foul or a penalty against the Celtic player. Now our center referee is going to ask the AR1 what was correct. Hadi Aziz was looking elsewhere, of course, with all the commotion. Rashawn Best is the one that was trying to draw the foul by flopping down. And a red card is now being shown to KidSuper Samba. That's Muntaha Kali that is arguing. Kali was not involved in the play at all. So the red is certainly about dissent, and now our third official will come over. And they're trying to make sure that no chaos erupts from this. Muntaha Kali will have to exit, and then he's going to miss the next match. This scrum continues. Rashawn Best was trying to draw a foul against the Manhattan Celtic defender as they were jostling. Then Best kind of went down, and that's all. Hadi Aziz could have pulled out his card a bunch of times, but he decides to end it here for the health and safety of everybody involved. And it is final. Manhattan Celtic has snapped a 5-match losing streak. They have their first shutout of the season. 1-0 over the 4th place team in KidSuper Samba tonight. KidSuper shutout for the 2nd straight match. They have now dropped 2 in a row after a 3-game winning streak. Manhattan Celtic now 2-4-1 in the year. KidSuper Samba takes their 3rd loss, 4-3-0. Marco Charnas with a goal in the 72nd minute is the difference. Arguing continues here. Hadi Aziz and his AR1 and 2 doing their best to make sure that this does not spiral further after the red card was given late by Muntaha Kali in the 90th minute. Rashawn Best, the goalie, was trying to flop and draw a foul that would lead to a penalty ahead of a corner kick that never occurred for KidSuper Samba. That is all. Celtic wins tonight on what was a gorgeous night at Randall's Island Field 10. So that'll do it for all of us. For my producer and director, Neri Amaducci from Coach's Corner NYC. My name is Ralph Bjorchik saying so long, and my pleasure to bring you Metropolitan Conference EPSL Soccer tonight. Again, the final, Manhattan Celtic 1-0 over KidSuper Samba.